Resolution. Georgia should legalize the recreational use of marijuana. Introduction. Georgia is currently a state where the use of marijuana is currently illegal as of 2018. There is major support for the legalization of marijuana. Not only will the legalization of marijuana bring major tax revenue, but it will also has been proven that medical marijuana can help with cancer. Definitions. The Merriam-Webster dictionary definition defines marijuana as the dried leaves and flowering tops of the pistol hemp plant that yield THC and are smoked in cigarettes for their intoxicating reasons. The use of marijuana is currently legal in some states of the United States and in the District of Columbia. While the use of marijuana is frowned upon, the legalization of marijuana is becoming a popular subject that many people are getting used to the idea of having the recreational use of marijuana becoming legal. Having stated definitions. Contention 1. I propose that marijuana should be legalized in Georgia because it will bring tax revenue. Significance. A legalization of marijuana will improve the tax and the economy of Georgia. Senators are behind the legalization of the use of marijuana. This drug could potentially bring more money in tax revenue to Georgia and the economy. According to Fox 5 Atlanta, half a dozen senators are behind the use of recreational marijuana. According to Fox 5 Atlanta, State Senator Curt Thompson is the lead sponsor of a resolution to be passed. Just like alcohol, the use of marijuana should be legal for people over the age of 21. A Colorado-style system to allow retail sales of cannabis, as stated Senator Thompson. The sale of marijuana could bring in major bucks for the state that would be designed to education and support and transportation infrastructure. Number 2, Senator Thompson said that the tax revenue from the sale of marijuana could bring $340 million a year in extra tax revenue. Another reason why the legalization of marijuana will be a positive move is that it will take it out of the hands of drug dealers. People can go to the store and buy it instead of buying the drug from drug dealers. In the long run, the legalization of marijuana can be used in a positive way to make the economy of Georgia more money and to be more successful economic state due to the legalization of marijuana. Number 3, others say they do not want to see pot legalized, but they do like to see the changes in the penalties for possessing it. I think it could solve the problems a little better by making it a fine situation instead of getting people in the criminal system and all of a sudden you have a felony and you can't get hired, said Sammy Baker. B. Harms. People should be able to buy marijuana at a gas station and it can help heal their sicknesses. Marijuana. Number 1, marijuana and the use of marijuana is currently illegal, but that does not stop people from purchasing it. As of now, people purchase marijuana at drug dealers' homes, which is extremely unsafe. According to Forbes.com, millennials ages 25 to 29 account for the largest percent of recreational customers at 20.39%. According to Headset, while the share of customers ages 21 to 34 stands at 51.8%, the average age of customers is 37.6 years old, with the average age of female customers at 38.2 years and the average age for men at 37.4. Where did all the hippies go? People ages 65 and older account for less than 5% of customers. If marijuana was to become legal in Georgia, that would prevent the unsafe drug exchange between drug dealers and customers. Buying marijuana, like purchasing alcohol or cigarettes at a gas station, is safer than the exchange between drug dealers and customers. 2. Medical marijuana can help cure cancer. According to drugpolicy.com, for many seriously ill people, medical marijuana is the only medicine that relieves their pain and suffering or treats symptoms at their medical condition without deliberating side effects. Marijuana has been shown to alleviate symptoms of a huge variety of serious medical conditions, including cancer, AIDS, and glaucoma, and is often an effective alternative synthetic painkillers. People should understand without the high of marijuana, people can benefit for the legalization of medical marijuana. The medical use of marijuana can actually benefit people in recovering from serious sicknesses such as cancer. Inherency. Auditional. According to some news articles, marijuana is a dangerous drug and actually can do more harm than good. Number 1, according to LAtimes.com, but legalization can also be expected to increase the number of doses consumed simply because it will become easier to obtain. In the end, total harm related to marijuana could rise even if the average harm per dose falls. Audentational. According to USA.com, marijuana is a drug that can do more serious and more harmful drugs down the line. Is marijuana a getaway drug that leads to the use of more dangerous substances? USA Today states that's unclear. Studies show that people who use marijuana are more likely to abuse drugs down the road, but scientists aren't sure of the reason. It's possible that marijuana, like alcohol and nicotine, prime the brain for a heightened response to drugs. Val wrote, but it's also possible that people who are susceptible to a drug abuse simply start with marijuana because it's more accessible. Number 2, driving under the influence of marijuana can lead just as bad to drunk driving. Plank 1. Georgia state government will be in charge of administering this plan. Plank 2, mandates. Georgia state will mandate this law and decide who will be able to smoke and legally purchase marijuana. Plank 3, enforcements. Will be fine and jail times just as any other crimes and will be under the Georgia law in which the government will make and pass. Plank 4, funding for this will be like any other law passed when in Georgia. Georgia can tax on marijuana and make more money for Georgia in the long run. Plank 5, legalizing marijuana will make Georgia a healthier and richer place in the long run. This plan will get drug dealers and uncover drug addicts off the street. Workability. According to HideHunt.com, based on numbers from Colorado, if Georgia were to legalize and tax recreational cannabis, it would mean more than $340 million in tax revenue. Big money. A resolution to amend Georgia's constitution to legalize weed. Getting marijuana off the streets will prevent drug dealers and other drug addicts from staying in business by selling marijuana. Solvency. Georgia can start taxing on marijuana once it's legalized, ending up making more money for Georgia in the long run. Number 2, medical marijuana can actually and effectively cure and help people of their sicknesses and illnesses. We're excited. Push to legalize marijuana in Georgia. Number 2, who's buying legal marijuana? Number 3, the Drug Policy Alliance. Number 4, marijuana poses more risk than we realize. And number 5, could Georgia be the next state to vote for legalized weed?